Hey everyone, it's Kyle, Azor Hype. All the talk lately has been about the Game of Thrones Season 8 trailer. However, today we have some very exciting news concerning a new casting for the Game of Thrones prequel. So, let's jump into the video. The Game of Thrones prequel, which will be set thousands of years earlier than the story the audiences now know, chronicling the world's descent from the Golden Age of Heroes into its darkest hour, has added a new series regular in Miranda Richardson. Miranda Richardson is a BAFTA, British Academy of Films and Television Awards, and Golden Globes winning actress. Many of you may know her as the gossip correspondent and reporter from the Daily Prophet, Rita Skeeter, in Harry Potter, The Goblet of Fire, and The Deathly Hallows Part 1. She is also known for her role as Queen Elizabeth on the popular British TV comedy Blackadder. The fact that HBO has added another standout actress, such as Miranda Richardson, to pair with Naomi Watts is very good news. There are currently no details on the role that she will be playing, but she is a versatile actress who has done theater, comedy, and darker roles as well. She definitely has the look of a northern woman, and perhaps she could play Naomi Watts' mother or sister, and she definitely has the capacity to play someone who could be dealing with a dark family secret. I could also see her play a monarch in a position of power. Personally, I think she would make an awesome Stark and someone with King's blood. Jane Goldman and the crew for this Game of Thrones prequel have really put together a nice mix of young talented actors and actresses with big names like Naomi Watts and Miranda Richardson. Now, if I were an actor or an actress, I would certainly be interested in taking a job, as HBO has such great programming, including Game of Thrones. And of course, the money is probably pretty great, and having your name attached to a big project like this would certainly help launch your career. I know people are really skeptical about this Game of Thrones prequel making a big impact, saying that they may not even watch it after the main series is finished, but we really have to start paying attention to these castings and taking them seriously. These are some really awesome names. This must mean the scripts are pretty damn good. They are getting people like Toby Regbo, who has been fantastic in shows like Medici, Reign, and The Last Kingdom, Jamie Campbell Bower, who played King Arthur on Starz Camelot, and of course, Naomi Watts and Miranda Richardson. I think we have to embrace the fact that we are going to experience this series as it comes. So many of us enjoy the books and the show and analyze every piece of information that we can get our hands on to get a better idea of what's going to happen next. And while it's great to have this backbone of lore history and actual content in book form, I also think there's a great opportunity to create a positive and energizing effect by making us experience big mysteries, secrets, and twists without knowing what's next. And I won't lie, the description for the prequel gets me really hyped for the future of Game of Thrones. Taking place thousands of years before the events of Game of Thrones, the series chronicles the world's descent from the Golden Age of Heroes into its darkest hour. And only one thing is for sure, from the horrifying secrets of Westeros' history to the true origin of the White Walkers, the mysteries of the East to the Starks of legend. It's not the story that we think we know. To learn more about the Starks, who may hold a very dark secret in their family, to possibly get to visit a Shai or Southaros, and to learn about the inception of all of these religions, the White Walkers, and see all of these beginnings is incredibly exciting. George R. R. Martin has also been on record saying that we should pay more attention to what the Maesters have been disputing about the A Song of Ice and Fire timeline. He said it's actually closer to 5,000 years and not 10,000. But nonetheless, this new casting gives me even more hope that Game of Thrones has a really bright future. And there's no doubt that HBO views Game of Thrones as a franchise similar to Star Wars or Harry Potter, with the ability to continue to tell stories that will dominate screens all over the world. But what do you all think? Are you optimistic or more concerned about the prequel? Do you think it's good that we don't have as many answers and the backstory of what's coming next? And what are you most excited to see in the Game of Thrones prequel? Let's continue the discussion in the comment section with your awesome theories and thoughts on the Game of Thrones prequel. This Friday, I will be having an epic party live stream with Secrets of the Citadel, Geek Chat 1, Sanrixian, and Helen Make Jin Great Again. It's going to be an open Q&A, and we're going to be talking about Game of Thrones, Avengers Endgame, and all sorts of awesome stuff, but mainly Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire. So set your notifications for 6:30 Eastern Standard Time if you want to come have some fun. And also Friday, I have an announcement. I will be recording a podcast with Gray Area, and I'll be dropping this podcast on the channel sometime on Saturday or Sunday. So be on the lookout for this awesome collaboration with Gray Area. And a big thank you to everyone who has donated to the GoFundMe for Con of Thrones, and of course, all of you amazing people who have subscribed to the channel and support me on Patreon. I'll see you all in the next video. Hype and love.